everybody, and welcome to the wonderful world of football shirts, a football shirt podcast which is dedicated to all things football shirts, whether you are collecting them to wear down the pub, or whether you like wearing match-worn only shirts, or just picking up random misprinted football shirts and redoing them. Oh, I've just seen your collection there, Thomas. It looks pretty epic.
Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't.
No, I like it.
Well, I saw Woody's background, and I'm like, all I can see is sunshine on mine. And I was like, let me just turn around quietly, and I didn't even notice. Sorry.
I'm always looking. It's great. We've got a special episode with a very special guest. I met him, and I'll tell you what, right? This is, and I'll say hello to everybody else in a minute, but you've heard him here already. At Shirts v Boots, having not met probably 90% of the people, it was really quite daunting when you are travelling by yourself, and it is quite, I say not scary, but when you don't know any of these people apart from one or two, it's quite, you're apprehensive. And this person, having never spoken to him before, was one of the kindest, nicest, gentlest of human beings, and he's quite imposing as well, so he's quite a nice, big, huggable figure. And I think we got on like a house on fire for the weekend, and so I had to ask him to come on the pod. It is Tom Boyce, Mr. Beard Boyce, Dallas, Crossbar, Crossbar Dallas, and London Calling TX.
Yeah, mate. Thank you for having me, mate. I appreciate it. Thanks for the kind words as well, mate. It's same. I literally only knew Dan. The only person I knew. I'm not even kidding you. Didn't know anyone else. And I met him the year before because I was in Southampton for a couple of days. And I was like, dude, I've got a Friday night free. I know you're close. You fancy meeting up for a beer? And he was like, yeah, fuck yeah. We met up for a beer, and I think we left about 2 a.m. after a few beers, as you do. And and the worst thing is he invited me to Shirts vs Boots 4 last year in Liverpool, but I couldn't make it. I was like, my timing, honestly, I maybe left 3 weeks prior, so I basically fucked it. But then he said to me, look, next year we're in Amsterdam, if you fancy it. I was like, now Don, I'm there, because I've got a year to save, got a year to plan, fuck everything else, I'm there. So, yeah. But no, honestly, I loved it. I know, like, a few guys couldn't make it this year, but honestly, I said a couple of things. One, I absolutely adored it, but two, I'm there every year. Not like unless Trump decides to like either kick me out or put me to Guantanamo Bay or fucking El Salvador. I'm there, so I'm definitely there. I'm excited about it.
Just before we carry on and I introduce Woody, Jake, and Helen, I've just received a text message from Chris Cutting Shirts Edge. It's just said, tell Tom I said you should have a swear jar for him. So I think we're already on about 10 quid already. So,
yeah, sorry. Right, can we do dollars?
Yeah, I'm just...
Would that save me money? I don't know. Right, I'll try my best to be better.
If that puts you in Trump's good books...
I don't want to be in his good books. Fuck it. Oh my God. I literally just failed straight away. Oh my God.
Okay.
My bad. I'll be better.
I can't do this podcast by myself, which is why I've got 3 wonderful, beautiful co-hosts. We've got Jake from Art on Shirt. Say hello, buddy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. You had a good week?
Yes, I have. I think. Yeah, no, I have. Yeah, I saw you, didn't I? Saw you.
Yeah, well, actually, you know what? We did. We met up in between the last pods, didn't we?
Yeah, to get your birthday present from Woody. Say hello, Woody.
Hello.
How are you?
Very well, yeah. Very happy to see all of you again. So, yeah, missed you last week.
We missed your face, but you had better things to be doing, like getting a little puppy.
I have, yeah. So there's a new addition to the Woody household. But yeah, I'm glad you've received your parcel, Jake. It looks good, mate.
Yeah, thank you, dude. It's a banger.
Nice, isn't it?
I've loved it since it's come out. You know how much I've loved it. So,
yeah.
Really.
So what was it?
Woody gifted me the Bohemian Spontane's DC shirt.
Nice.
So yeah, buzzing for it. Love it.
I gave it to him, and he's like, "Why haven't you opened it yet?" I was like, "Well, it's not my present to open." It's like, if it was me, I would have opened it straight away.
Definitely having a nose at it.
Yeah, or like when you're a kid, you just rip the corners of the stick, right?
Yeah. But have you seen it in person? It's electric, man. Like the colours, they don't really go together, but they do superbly. And we've also got Helen, Mrs. Spying football shirts at festivals. Helen, say hello.
Hello.
You okay?
Yeah, not bad, not bad.
Good. Have you spotted any football shirts this week, or was that just a one-time gig?
I haven't. It's very much the summer holidays here, so I'm only spent on the children. I don't know what they're wearing.
And your own child, you know what he's wearing, right? Because he's got black Twitter and Wales kids.
Yes.
Right. So, Tom, welcome to the pod.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Before we crack on with any kind of football shirt chat, which is the main reason why we're here, we like to give ourselves, because we make sure we don't really talk about football because it's quite divisive. It's quite, people get up on their hind horse about who should be transferring this and that, and we don't like that. But we do give ourselves a 5-minute window to have any kind of football chat. And I think it's fair to say there's only one place we can really go. Women's Euros.
It's looking good. I was actually watching I missed most of the game yesterday because I was in a meeting, and then found out we scored in the 96th minute, and then stuck it on the TV during the meeting on the phone, and I had to mute it a couple of times as we scored. So, but yeah, I loved it, mate. I'm one of those people where, I don't know about you guys, but international football I've kind of lost a lot of love for over the last days. So if it's not the Euros or the World Cup, I don't watch it.
Yeah.
So like, even if I'm 41, right? Where growing up there wasn't many women's sports, football wise, right? It wasn't really around. So seeing it at its level now, the fact that it's making headlines like it is, I love it. It's just another avenue to watch, especially England doing well. Who doesn't want that? So yes, it was beautiful to watch. Let's just hopefully we put it out of the bag for the final. Back-to-back wins.
Jake, I mean, I know you're all over the women's football anyway, but this is so exciting.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. Once again, it's just the Lionesses being inspirational. They might not have kicked into gear yet, but my God, they don't know how to give up. They keep on going, and they find a way. And it is so, that work ethic and that desire and that, it's just amazing for all the youngsters. And obviously, our coach Flo's team, and it really does make a massive difference to these young girls seeing these inspirational women on TV doing amazing things for their country.
I have a question. Do you feel like it's? I feel like the England's women's teams are basically they play and they approach it exactly how men should. The fact that, because obviously over the last 20 years of football, it's become more such a business rather than a passion of playing. Well, I understand it's a job for them, but like I feel like playing for your country has been so kind of dissolved and diluted, where they just turn up to private. I know they get paid and they do good at the charity, but the women's football, like you said, they don't know how to give up. They are so in tune. They are so in tune with the fans that I feel like they're doing it the way it should be done to play for your country, and it's infectious. It really is.
It is, yeah. It's almost a little bit old school. Obviously, because the women's game hasn't got a crazy amount of money that the men's game has, and it's also because obviously it was banned for so long. It is playing catch up as such onto the men's game. There's just a bit more of a togetherness in there.
Yeah,
like you can tell they actually believe in each other, and they actually understand that if they work together, they'll get somewhere. And you can see it, you can feel it.
They're fighting to prove something, though, the women's football team. They've got like an ambition to kind of achieve, whereas we build up the men's football team every tournament to be superstars, and we already give them the crown before they've even kicked the ball. And when it comes to them playing and performing, they already know they've succeeded. They already know they're on every magazine, every sticker album, every kid's back on their shirt. So we give them this hiatus to kind of make them feel as though, do you know what? We've already made it, win, lose or draw, as long as we perform. Whereas the women's football team, and I noticed this particularly over yesterday's game against Sweden, we were a little bit kind of iffy at times, but they just never gave up. And the pace that England were playing at, like in terms of Laura Hemp, like Russo, fair enough, she's had a bit of stick with not scoring the goal, but her work rate is phenomenal, shaking the ball down.
Yeah, at the Arsenal, she's like that, right? And this is the thing,
unbelievable.
Right? If you can't score, work your arse off.
100%.
Away from it. Right? It's kind of like, again, I know you've got, I am a gooner, so don't judge on this, right? But I'm not a typical gooner, I promise, right? Where I'm not a selfish and biased fan, right? Is like, the best example I can use, like Russo, is Gabriel Jesus. He went for a moment where he couldn't score a goal, couldn't buy a goal, right? But he, off the ball, away from the goal, like he did so much off the ball and away from the goal, where you're like, okay, I understand why he's still playing. And Russo's kind of like that, where she might not be scoring like hitting the back of the net, but she will chase everything down. She limits play. She works hard. Like, you can't really mummy a player for working hard. Never, like, and even like coaching, playing, watching, someone you can see evidently that they're working their ass off to do better. You can't hate on them. Ever.
Agree. Totally agree.
There's an element of luck in there as well, isn't there? And she seems to be up against it so far this tournament. I think her first two goals were all offside, weren't they? And it wasn't her that was offside for those goals. She's doing amazing. And like you say, two games, 120 minutes. That game against Sweden, bloody Lucy Bronze was holding a leg together with sellotape. It's just mad efforts from every single one of them.
But it just makes you, honestly, like, it's a bit difficult. I'm a lot more proud to be English now that I live out of the country. But watching those games, and a lot like the Sweden game and the Italy game, you kind of, because obviously the last, 10 years it's been really difficult to be proud to be British, right? So watching those games, you're like, shit, right, yeah. It's kind of made us, and again, I will use Arsenal, it's kind of making us fall in love with being able to support England again. Because obviously, I don't care what anyone says. When we was managed under Southgate, I hate us. I think we were boring. I think he got lucky because he had such a talented group squad in every competition. I think we should have won at least one World Cup and one Euros with Southgate. So like, I fell out of love with that a little bit because we were good, but we weren't good enough. But with the women's team, just again, like you said earlier, like they're united. They love it. They are passionate. They work hard. They do it for the love of the country and the game. And again, it's infectious. So yeah, I agree with you.
There's another thing that I've noticed come up recently, and it is shirt involved. So I am going to start to pivot slightly. Well, first, also, did you notice that yesterday both teams were wearing their away kits? That was a bit of a bugbear for me, but they did look stupendous. So all was forgiven. I don't mind.
I did like the Italy kit. I can't lie. I did like it.
It's a grower, isn't it?
Yeah. Story of my life,
have we noticed? Have we noticed the recent increase in football player boot shirt related adverts? If you remember, like the 90s, we are so reminiscent over 90s Nike adverts, right? Be it Samba in the airport. There was one where Edgar Davids had glasses. They tried to like rob a museum or something. The cage matches.
What? Right?
Yes.
Sorry.
No, I like it. If you can pull anything out of the hat at the same time, it'd be great. But did you notice how recently, like, Nike have come back and have started to do adverts for, like, both men, women? Like, have you seen the one with Cole Palmer? It's like, have you been skinned by Cole Palmer? Then call this helpline number. And what female footballer is it that's doing a mystic ball of knowing what the future is? And obviously, Newcastle United have done their video, and last year they had that one that all the teams had, and Leeds United have just done one as well, haven't they?
I'm a little bit concerned that Cole Palmer's in an advert because he's got as charisma as a piece of ham. Like, honestly.
Yeah, mate.
Thanks. Well, I don't think Cole Palmer is actually in the advert, but you make a very good point.
I like it though. I like the fact that they're including it a bit more, and I also like the fact though that because I bought into the women's game when they hosted the Euros back in England a few years ago, and the fact that they kind of like reunited and made people passionate about wanting to watch football again. And I like the fact that the adverts are centric around women's football now, and they're making superstars. Like Jake correctly said. He's coaching a girls' team, and they need role models. They need aspirations and goals that they want to achieve. And this is all that bit about the Olympics in 2012 when they kept saying, inspire a generation. This is inspiring a generation right now. Like, they want to play football. They want to perform, It's brilliant.
Yeah. They've done a merged Pepsi advert as well, haven't they, now? Where it's like, the Beckham one as a cowboy with the thing, and like the Coke gets slid along. Is it Lauren James who intercepts it? I love that. Because even David Beckham's gone a bit nostalgic now, and one of his videos he did recently was him showing off all of his old Pepsi stuff.
His cowboy jacket and stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, wicked.
Also, on the thing with David Beckham, you see he accidentally shaved off his hair. His clippers broke. Oh, see, I love that.
We've all been there.
Well, I mean, I just need.
Tom, I got one too, mate.
Nice. I've got to say, the adverts, right? I feel like these all come basically of light again because there's so many kind of remakes, like boots, re-releasing, whether it's the Manias, whether it's Accelerators, whether it's the Mercurials. I feel like these brands realising that the marketing side of things like that, again, the videos where players are involved, is what we all bloody want.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like they've forgotten about it and then gone back onto like, oh shit, it worked before, let's try it again. And surprised that it works. Because let's be honest here, we all love like those Nike adverts growing up. I was obsessed with them.
Yeah.
Right? I loved it. I thought they were amazing. Like even like the one, the Exodus one, the shipping container, like the 3v3. Honestly, I remember rushing home from school trying to watch it. Right? Fucking effort. Who gives a shit? Right? Sorry. How much am I putting in this class? Is it a pound each?
I think Helen, I know it's a lot of work. Maybe I'll help you with it. We can just have a little tally and like go ding every time.
I don't know if I like this, man. I can do it.
It's all good. It's all good.
Eddie knew this as well. You guys are like conspiring against it. Put him on the podcast.
He's egging you on.
Yeah, edging me on, really. but like, honestly, I loved all this. Like, I think I was talking to Trev from the football group,
Trev,
and about how much, like, how many times they released stuff in different colourways and so forth. I do believe it is too much. But at the same time, if I was a millionaire, I'd buy anything. So, unfortunately not. So, it is what it is.
Right. Shall we do a little bit of football shirt chat before we get on to our guest today? Because I feel like there's something I want to address. It got sent to me today by about 3 different people. It is the brand new Forest Green Rovers kit. Tom, have you seen it?
I think, is it one like just bright, like they're both really bright?
Yeah.
So like, they both look like static, right?
And edible.
Well, so Jake sent it to us today in our little WhatsApp group saying this is a bit of you, Rich, and it is a bit of me. I do love a bit of leopard print, but can I let you in a little secret? It's not leopard print.
Cheetah print.
It's barking tree frog.
It's what?
Oh my god.
Yeah, well, this is it. As soon as I realised that, I'm like, Woody's gonna hate this because the guy who owns Forest Green Rovers, he's like Nick something, is it? That it's not based off the leopard print; it's based off the barking tree frog. Now, I decided to do a bit of research to see if there's any relevance about veganism or recycling or anything to do with the barking tree frog, in which that should be the reason why you're going to design a kit using a barking tree frog pattern, and unfortunately there's not. So unless there is one that I can't see, I knew that Woody would hate it, because why would Forest Green Rovers have a kit with a barking
Have they got sticky hands?
Yeah.
If your goalkeeper's kid's going to be making with sticky hands, I mean...
There's something... So, before I get on to asking your actual opinion of the shirts, the idea is it's the first vegan shirt, which is 100% recyclable. So it's made with... I love how Woody's just kind of like had a massive breath in and sighed. It's using 100% recycled materials. And the thing about this one is they've said that the company that they're using, once these shirts have been worn, they can be sent back and then recycled and made into new shirts again. So,
is that just called washing it and putting it back?
They're already expecting returns then, so that's quite positive.
It does sound like some proper marketing bullshit. The one thing I would say, though, is at least with Forest Green, because he's so pro-vegan, I have a feeling that he has done some research into it and used a sustainable company. So at least he is trying to do things right, as opposed to Adidas, which just say, oh yeah, we're trying to save the planet, we're going to make a brand new kit that's only worn once. Tom, I'll come to you first. What do you think? What do you make of this? Shall I send you the pictures? We'll have a look at them.
Yeah, why not, mate? I definitely... There's one pink and one yellow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I saw it this morning, actually. You know what? Like,
it would have been, yeah.
I like the idea of the vegan stuff. I know you wouldn't probably disagree with me there, but I like the idea of it, right? Like, recycling stuff is all good and well, right? Like, and also, is like, who's in those rooms, right, when they go, what kind of print should we go for? Someone goes, leopard print. No, we've done that before. And someone goes, I know, a barking tree frog. Right?
Yeah.
Even think of that stuff, right? So, again, I don't, especially in this day and age with shirts, right, I don't mind when people are trying to be off the cuff and be very different. Especially something like Forest Green, right? Like, they haven't got the kind of money that everybody else has, right? So they're trying to get their name out there in some shape or form to try and make more money for the club. I'm never mad at that. Is it nice? Yeah, maybe not. Rich, it definitely has a bit of you on it, 100%. I've only known you since April. But that's what I think, June. But it's I'm not mad at it, but I get it. So
it's a very mature answer, which I really appreciate.
Mature, mate.
Yeah. Helen, I'm going to come to you next as our kind of fashionista, resident fashionista. What do you make of it?
Yeah, I love this. I am the other end of the opinions. I love Forest Green. I think that the big noise they make about ethics and veganism, when they brought in the pies and the solar panels, I am on board with all of this. I think that as sports club, acknowledging that there are issues with fast fashion and using man-made fabrics and turning over shirts every season, I think this is a big statement, and I hope that other people follow along. And I like it. I like it. I like the pattern. I think it's striking.
I think before I let Woody loose, because I know that he's chomping at the bit right now.
Steady.
I see, because look, right, I've got this one, and you call that like a tiger print, wouldn't you? And I think, like, just as a shirt, this looks so much more palatable as a regular kit. It's something that's quite garish about the leopard or tree frog print, which is quite garish, that I would expect from a third kit or an away kit. But have it as your home kit, I think that's where it irks. But it's only going to be worn for a season, and I'll have another one. Will I care that much? No. So, yeah.
So they're still selling it the same thing season after season. So they'll have a new kit next season.
I mean, this is it. I don't know what's going to happen.
I know Forest Green have had a 2-season cycle before in the past.
See, that's you just beat me to it. That's what do that recently.
Brentford, yeah.
But it's a home shirt, right? Because again, so trying to explain it to Americans, right, regarding some certain shirts, they didn't understand that the 2 on, 2 off, like 2 on, 1 off, like that kind of. To the point where, like, really, I was like, you had to keep either a home shirt or a away shirt for 2 seasons. You're like, really? I said, yes, and it's only certain instances, like, they were very sticker, then all of a sudden it changed, and again, as an Arsenal fan, we've released about 17,000 training kits in the last 5 years. Right? Honestly, I feel like every day I wake up and there's a new training kit. That's the side I don't even. But the problem is I'm a sucker for every church, right? I love them. Hence why we're in this position, right? But I love the fact that I agree with Helen there, right? The fact that they're bringing it's kind of like they're giving more back to the fans and people by saving that money and sort of obviously the environment as well. But anyway, I will stop talking and let Woody do well.
That's right. Woody, I'm gonna propose a challenge for you. I would like it to be a sandwich. I'd like you to say something nice about it, then go to town on it as you so feel fit to, and then finish by having something nice to say.
You've written me off completely here, Rich, because firstly, I love the ethos behind why they're doing it.
Yeah.
The vegan side of the kit, the kind of environmentally friendly, absolutely fine, spot on. No qualms about that whatsoever. The fact that the kit looks the way it looks is just revolting. Honestly, right? It's embarrassing. As a player, would you want to go out wearing that kit? It's not like we're talking about a competitive sport here. Like, you want to at least have a little bit of, like, you want to look imposing to your opposition, don't you? Hence why Arteta used to pick a black away kit, because it was imposing to the opposition. It's about mind games. If you turn up looking like the Lion King, like, it's just going to look ridiculous.
Because Scar on Saturday, right?
But the shorts match the shirt, right? It's like all one, like,
I didn't see that.
pattern.
You just ruined it for Rich now. Look,
but this is what I mean. It's like it gets too far, in my opinion. Like, I love the beginning bit, the thought behind the kind of vegan produced shirt, and they're sticking to what Forest Green have gone through over the years, but just stick to your green kit. Don't reinvent the wheel. You know? And that's my thought. You know, other than that.
That's fine. Okay, I like that. Jake, I'll come to you really quickly on it as well. I think, like, as Woody's pointed out, and we've all agreed, the message is great, but it's just how they follow through with it in the future, right? Because this is all very well and good, but if they then have a new kit next season, it's like, what's the point, right?
Yeah, it is like just what's the point, but for taking into account everything that Forest Green have done so far, I can't see that being the case. I think this will be a two-season job. They are very strict with these things. For example, like Helen said, only the food being sold to the supporters, but also to the playing staff, the coaching staff, regardless of what their sort of beliefs are, you can only get vegan food on site and stuff. They're so into it. They won't budge. Just as a little cursor against these two shirts that we're talking about, the pink and the yellow, they are goalkeeper shirts for the upcoming season. So they are.
Oh, that's okay then.
That sort of
That's
bright,
fine then.
off-putting hat and can sort of go and put teams off, I guess.
That's not the kit.
That's not the kit.
I'm sure it's the goalkeeper kit.
I've got the news article with what's his face talking about it, and they're taking it around.
Well. I don't see
they're taking it around the town, and they're saying, "Do you like this?" And people are like, "Oh no!"
Oh, okay. Well, I might stand corrected then, because I saw the original release and I thought, oh, the goalkeeper shirts will come out. Well, if they're the player versions, I do stand corrected. Wow.
Can we have that comment from Rich as a soundbite for the podcast, Helen? No.
I was with you.
Okay. So if they are the actual players,
That's another one.
I kind of agree with what Woody's saying about being a little bit too garish and maybe.
I hope they are goalkeepers, Jake. But,
well, now you've said that, you've made me look about it a little more, and it does look like it's outfield players.
oh,
So it's probably all right.
Yeah, because if it's a goalkeeper shirt, now it's on it. But
yeah.
if not.
I like it for goalkeeper. You're going to wear some really nice, like pale, like just plain as fuck.
Plain black.
Yeah.
Plain black, yeah. Oh, look at that one, Jose Luis Silva.
Yeah, belter.
Right. Hold on. One second. So I've just gone onto their Instagram page just to try and fact check that before I put out more news to cause us to.
Like Cantona being dead.
Like Cantona dying.
Wait, have I just said something?
It's another story, mate. Don't worry.
Don't worry about it.
Eric Cantona is not dead.
It does actually look like it could be the Asian pitch. But also, speaking about kit releases and stuff, they've only got Chris Casham involved, haven't they?
Oh, what Birdwatch! Oh my god!
Really wild.
Are they going to get it delivered by Annika Rice at half time in a helicopter, or?
Ben Fogle.
Wow, I've not heard that name in a while.
Funnily enough, I think it's the third time Annika Rice has been mentioned on this pod in the last 2 or 3 months.
By me?
Yeah, by you.
Oh dear.
Annika Rice to turn up at your birthday next year. Oh, come on, that you're the 90s podcast. Right. Cool. Right, that was some good football chat. But let's talk about our guest today, because not only is he a football shirt collector, he is a football shirt shop selling retro football shirts in the middle of Dallas. He also owns bars that also have football pitches in which it's a bit like I want to say it's a bit like a power league, but I think I'm doing you a disservice.
It's honestly quite like that. So, what do we start on? Crossbar first or London Calder first?
No. Let's start with you. So, Tom, there with you. Do you remember your very first football shirts?
Honestly, yes. It was. I stole it from my brother. It was a '93. Not actually a shirt, but the same shirt. It was this shirt.
Oh.
Had Merton with the Adidas number in the back.
Hello.
We used to share a room, right? And he had his chest of drawers on one side and mine on the other side. I used to sneak over and steal it at the bottom of his drawer and go to school with it on and come back from home from school. I stand at the door like right, so that's the first shirt that I remember. But the first shirt I ever bought myself, right, with my own money, was this.
Oh, Ronnie's there he is. Ronnie's first season away shirt.
Yeah, mate.
Class.
And then there's another one I bought. I don't have it. Well, first thing is, so when I was at 18 when I moved out, and my mum basically gave away all my football shirts. So I lost a lot of banging, which obviously I spent the last few years kind of getting back. But that's probably my first shirt that I remember. I remember the first shirt that I ever kind of pined for, that I was like, look, I need to get, but I can never get it. It was obviously, sorry to be a cliche, but this is a shirt. I just remember it being so vividly, like, just beautiful. And I know when it first came out, everyone hated it. Well, I can understand it is kind of a very love or hate shirt, but I remember that very vividly, being a shirt where I've always wanted to get it and I never did as a kid. So, it had to be awesome, of course.
Yeah. It's one of the joys of being an adult and having your own money.
Right, this is so true. Well,
so
that's all this shit, yeah.
So then, obviously, as you said, you moved there, your mum got rid of all your shirts, which I think is a story that many of us can relate to, especially as collectors, which is kind of, I think that's what kind of spurs us on, that when we get our own money, go back home and you're like, oh no, I threw them all away, so then you then try and recreate your youth a bit. Yeah. But what got you back into collecting? Did you kind of stop doing it and then come back in?
Yeah, it's kind of I kind of fell into it a bit, like, so I've always kind of collected as I've got older, like a few. I reckon I maybe had less than 20, and I wore them here and there. So I've been out in Dallas for the last 10 years now, and I don't know how much you guys know about basic immigration and living here. Well, like the process of being here, but the first 2 years I couldn't legally work, right? So it was a fucking nightmare. So, oh my God, I swore again. And I ended up getting a job. My first job in America was, this is actually quite funny, it was a pub called the Londoner. And it's actually got, in 2015, it got voted the best place to watch the Premiership by NBC Sports in the country. Right?
Oh, wow.
They queue up at 6:30 in the morning, because obviously for your early games, I'm 6 hours behind you guys. So all the early games, 30 games for you guys at 6:30 in the morning. So, but you get hundreds of people still going to watch it, right? And so I started working there, and again, the work-life balance in America is totally different to England, right? Where it's all work. That's all they ever want to do. Like, without getting too much into it, it's more for the employer than the employee, right? Where England's a bit different. So I was always trying to figure out what I want to do as a business for myself. That's a niche, something I love to do, and something I'm good at, and that's not kind of ready, available here. So it's actually my wife's idea, if I'm honest. She was like, "Why don't you sell your shirts?" And I was like, "That's a fucking really good idea." I can help him, sorry. And then, so basically, I was actually in Laguna Beach for a friend's wedding, and was in the Airbnb talking in the garden, and that's when we kind of made a decision. I was all right, so I made a conscious decision, and I was like, look, I'm going to stop going out, I'm going to stop boozing. All I'm going to do is buy shirts. Because obviously I always had shirts that players that I like, teams that I like, and never really bought anything else. So I was like, you know what, stop it. So I ended up just buying loads of shirts as much as I possibly could, put here and there, and just built a collection. Then I started doing pop-ups. I did a pop-up at the pub I was working at, and I had about maybe 4 rails, maybe. I did about $2,000.
Wow.
Everything. And it just, I was like, I feel I could do this, right? So then, again, bought some more stuff, did another pop-up, I made even more. So, like, it was getting there, and then it's just like, just around COVID time, right? I know in England, COVID was really harsh, right? In Texas, they didn't. See, I caught myself there. Let's go. Make myself. But they didn't care, right? So it kind of carried on. So in that time, my old company I was working for, they closed the building, so I ended up leaving. Right? And I was kind of in limbo. I was trying to look for new work, or do I do this? Right, so I did it part time, pop up here and there. So I was 38 at the time. I was like, if I don't do this now, I'm never going to do this. So I was like, sorry, I'm just going to put all my efforts into it. I'm going to find a shop and get this going, right? And so basically, Crossbar was going on. They just started in May 2021, and I was looking for a shop around that time. And the first shop I found to talk to were the same owners of the building of Crossbar. So they were like, look, you guys need to talk. So they basically got us. Crossbar reached out to me and said, if you're looking for a shop, we have space. I said, look, I can work your bar to cover my rent for my store. I was like, all right, great deal. So it got busier and busier and busier where I did more to the point of they asked me to be their GM. So they basically put me on as a partner as Crossbar. I became a third owner with the other two, right?
Yeah.
So basically, and then that was like, the start of 2022. So then since then, we've just grown so much to the point of, we just, like in September, we just opened up a new facility, which has an indoor gym, recovery room, an outdoor pitch, which we put in, and we just added a 5v5 pitch outside as well. So we're like, touch wood. Oh, sorry, no offense, mate. We can, yeah, exactly, right. But you must do that yourself, right?
I do.
Yeah, I would do that, right? But and then being English out here is a game changer. It really is. Like it's like if I was a Texan coming to England selling Texas barbecue, people automatically trust you because you're from there. So like being English out here, oh, you must know football. Yeah, I do. Like, I ain't the best, but like I know at least well enough. So that kind of helps add the kind of the flavour for it, and then we've just been growing ever since. Honestly, like I will say I've been somewhat hesitant to be on more social media stuff. But in the last couple of years, I hate it. Honestly, personally, I don't like it. But I always say it's the future, but it's the present. Like this is what it's all about, right? It's free marketing. It's getting your name out there. I've been reluctant, but my business partners have kind of been pushing me, and I've kind of accepted my fate that I'm the performing monkey, you know, with the symbols. So I've just been banging away with it, really. So that's where we're getting to that. So now, obviously, I own like part of Crossbar, and my shop is in like my London corner store is inside one of the locations in North Dallas. So like, yeah, it's been 4.5 years now together, and I've just bought a. I don't know if I showed you this, but I bought a truck last year and converted to like a mobile boutique. So I'm actually doing a pop-up I've got a tournament on Saturday in my other location. So I'll be doing a pop-up there. I'll send you guys photos for that as well.
Oh,
so like, it's honestly, it's been a lot. Like, I've spent a lot of money. I've spent more than I've made so far, but that's because I've just been building it. You know? So now, hopefully, I can start kind of reaping that shit back. So, yeah.
I would say it's right place, right time for you there, mate, but it sounds like you've worked bloody hard. So, I mean...
I don't stop, mate, honestly.
It's a bit of a mixture, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what, though, right? I truly... And, you know, I've worked this hard for corporations, I've worked for, like, independent stores, I've done it for friends, like, whatever. Doing it for yourself is so much better. Like,
yeah.
Like, for instance, like, this Saturday, I'm going to be at work from 8 a.m. to 2 a.m., right? And people are like, you're mad. I'm like, I love it. Like, but there's days like, if I don't want to go in, like today, I didn't want to go in today. So I didn't go in. Like, I can't always get that luxury, even though I am still working. I've got a meeting at 4:30, which kind of fell on my lap because someone's not doing their job properly. So I've got to kind of get that sorted. Shock horror. But it's very, very satisfying to do it for yourself whenever you want. Like, yes, I'm always working, but I'm not always working. It's not like I'm shoveling shit all day or I'm getting someone kind of micromanaging me. So it's not. There's negatives to it, but I feel like there's more positive than there's negative.
Yeah. I feel like that because it's a passion. I mean, I know you said it already. You put the hours in, but because you enjoy doing it, doesn't always feel like proper work, does it?
No, agreed. Well, a lot of it is just me chatting to people, especially, again, like I said earlier, like, just, people just want to talk to me because I sound good to them, you know? So sometimes I turn my accent up to 15, sometimes I just get in and get out and have conversations, you know? So it's always, especially in the South here, they love the news accent. Like, every time I've been, like, people receive my accent not knowing where I'm from, it's always a nice, oh, where are you from? It's never like, oh, you're from London. Like, fuck you. It's always it's like, nice, you know? So like, I'm definitely grateful for that. So yeah.
We should. The podcast should go there. We'll just stun them all with our beautiful accents.
Whenever you're ready, mate. I've got a few beds. I don't know if I've got 5 extra beds, but I can definitely help.
So I love it. I love how it all kind of falls into place. One leads to another. So let's talk about not just your collection, but what you bring into the shop. Do you? I know you have a bit of personal kind of involvement in what shirts you get, but what do you look for things in particular, or you literally when you see a bargain you buy it, bring it in?
If I'm honest, it's kind of a mixture of both. It all depends on price is huge, obviously, as we all know, right? Let's be honest, it's not sugarcoat that. But I kind of stick to like the big clubs because obviously it is America, right? I don't get many, or like Forest Green, I don't get many requests for a Forest Green shirt, right? So, or like as Woody would hate me to say, even like Wednesday, I don't get many people looking for that, right? But like I do have an old Puma King zipper from for the Wednesday, right? So stuff like if it's worth the price, I'll always pick it up. But I tend to add go for the for instance, Real Madrid and Barcelona are big hits. The Arsenal, Man United, Chelsea. The only team I don't sell is Tottenham. I just don't sell them. The last Tottenham shirt was in my shop. Someone left it to me and goes, "You can have it for free." I burnt it. I did, and I FaceTimed him. To be fair, I did tell him. I said, if you leave it in my shop, I will burn it. And he goes, no, you won't do that. I said, what? Why? The next morning, right, I go to work, and mind you, I open up, so no one's in there. I turn the lights on. Actually, sorry, I go to turn the lights on. I walk past my shop window, and I see the shirt on my desk. You know, like when you kind of like, I do a double take, and I was like, mother. So I literally opened the shop, took that shirt out, got some lighter fluid, poured it on it, and mind you, this is in Texas, where it's like 40 degrees outside, right? I FaceTime him, right? And he goes, "Oh Tom, did you get my shirt?" I said, "Yeah, funny that." And I literally flipped the camera around and literally lit in front of him. He goes, I was like, "I told you, I'm a man of my word. I told you, you leave that shit in my shop, I will burn it." It was like $120. I was like, that's on you, mate, not on me. So, the only shirt I don't sell is Tottenham. Have to. Got to stick to my morals, you know?
I think that. I like it.
Yeah.
What shirt? You said you sell a lot of Real Madrid. What shirt have you got on today?
I've got a season 2002, it's a reversible one. But it's one I need to get fixed. I actually need to get Eddie to fix this because I mashed up the number. This will be difficult. I've mashed up the number.
Yeah.
Down at the back. It's the reversible one. If I'm honest, I had a t-shirt on and I went to do this. I had a random t-shirt on. I come up here because basically, I don't know if you can see, my wife's studio. I've got like a mezzanine where my collection is, which I went to do the podcast and I looked at myself. I was like, I haven't got a football shirt on, you idiot. So I quickly just grabbed the first one that I could stick on, and this is it. So if I'm honest, Rich, without sounding rude, I didn't plan it very well, my shirt. So apologies, mate.
No, it's fine. It's a good shirt. I actually didn't know which year it was from, so because I love that colourway, but it's one they do every so often, but it's so regal, isn't it? Because they're club.
Yeah, it's a good word for that. I don't think it was because so up here is definitely this is my perfect collection. I think next time we do if I'm ever on it again, I'll do it for my shop so you get to see the whole shop itself. You know?
Yeah, we'll do that. So then your personal collection then. So you've got your kind of what you buy for the shop, what you bring in. What kind of football shirt tickles your fancy when it comes to your personal collection?
So I do love, obviously the Arsenal is, again, that's my like. So for instance, I picked up a David Rocastle,
Oh,
and then I picked up something like this the other day. My phone's got to work.
Yeah, we see it.
83 home, but I can't lie to you, mate. I love a goalkeeper shirt. So for instance, very historically, like 94 Argentina.
beautiful.
How can you not like that, right? And then here's the other one I've got. Here we go.
Oh,
England 93.
yeah.
And then obviously the classic 96.
Have you got any Arsenal ones from like the early 90s, the goalies?
Well, you know what, right? It's funny you say that. If I'm honest, I've got a bit of a, what's the word? Some traumas with that, right? So I've got that, which
Beautiful.
I love that shirt, and obviously I've got a dream pass with Spunky. Sorry, I had to do it. But I actually found, which is again my trauma is, I found the 94. Well, you know the goalkeeper, the Nike with the star on it.
Yeah.
I found one of those right from a seller in Belarus. Right, I picked up for $80. Right.
Wow.
And I remember this again, like it was yesterday. I was watching the England-Scotland Euros game and we drew 1-1, right? I was on my patio outside. And I'm the corner house, so I could see when the postie goes past my house. So I ran out honestly like a child. I ran outside to go, yeah, it's here, the postman's here. And I know him, right? So I was like, Maurice, I said, did you drop anything? He goes, yeah, I just dropped off 7 items, maybe 8 minutes ago. I went, there's nothing at my door, mate. He goes, are you sure? Like, I definitely delivered it. Someone stole it. So, yeah. So I lost that. So some random American turd opened that shirt up and seen it and gone, what he did, thrown it away from it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Fuming. Absolutely fuming. And that was what? 4 years ago. I've not found one since. Well, I found another one since and it's $750. Which, I don't know if I can do it. So,
they're bringing that template back, aren't they? In about a year's time.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I actually reached out to Dramberg to try and get him to, because you know he left Nike, right? After 35 years, and I reached out to him and say, look, like, I know you probably do this, you don't do this, right? But do you do any like personal commission stuff, right? Would you like design me a shirt? And bless him, he went, if I'm honest, I'm a bit too big for you. And but the thing is, though, he said it in the most respectful way. I was like, yeah, you're probably right, but
Answer the question.
Yeah,
was it like, if you drink pickle juice and get to 10k, then we're talking?
Yeah, well, I wish that, this is probably about 3 months ago that I asked him. He goes, look, if I'm honest with you, if I like what you're doing and it's a passion project, yes, I would, but normally I don't. So I said, all right, cool. I've actually got some videos, some videos and some photos of my shop and my truck together. I'm basically going to get an advert together for him to send to him to say, look, this is what I'm about. If you're interested, I'd love to have you on board to do something. If not, like, no hard feelings, but I get it, you know. So hopefully I can get him on board. Some people have a goalkeeper shirt.
Whilst you do that, you've just reminded me that from 2021, I actually have a DM from Drake Ramberg when I asked him if he wanted to come on the pod, and he said, would love to, but our PR team won't allow it. Maybe after I retire.
There you go. He's retired.
So now he's retired, he's got to come on the pod. We're going to make it work for you, Tom. We're going to make it work for you.
Yeah.
What is it about the goalkeeper shirts that you find appealing? Is it the madness of it all?
Yeah, honestly, it's just the fact that just mad. That they're always just mental, especially the 90s where we, like, in that era, well, biggest example I can say about that. Do you remember the England '96, the fruit pastel one? But
Yeah.
I remember I cleared at my parents' house a few years ago, right? And I found a photograph of me, full kit, 13 years of age, in that kit. And I remember just thinking to myself, was I colourblind as a kid? Like, it's horrendous.
Yeah.
That full kit is horrendous. But you love it still, you know? I couldn't help but I had to pick one of those shirts up recently, and it wasn't in great condition, so I was stuck in the shop. But I love those. It's just the madness of it all. And just again, it just reminds me of a certain time as a kid where I'm diving around in the mud like an absolute imbecile with that shirt, obviously with the Umbro padding as well, you know.
Yeah. It's funny though, isn't it? Because you obviously love these goalkeeper shirts, but you live in a country that's a location which probably isn't conducive of wearing really thick, woolly, padded goalkeeper shirts, right?
I ain't gonna lie to you, I've forgotten Celsius, but it's about, last time I checked it was like 99 degrees Fahrenheit out here.
Oh.
Would it? Honestly. Yesterday I was outside in it for like 4 hours, putting up nets at the back of my new field. So, and as you can see, I'm not exactly blessed with a lot up top. So all I just get burned constantly. Yeah, mate, don't be playing for your hair, mate. It is ginger.
Oh, that's a bit.
Sorry, that was a low blow. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. I'm just empty. I'm sorry, mate. I love you, really. I promise.
He was doing a L'Oreal advert though.
Yeah. You know what, right? It's funny you say that. The other day, someone asked me, do I miss my hair? And I'm like, you know what? Not so much. But what I do miss is playing football in the rain and my hair moving. Like, you know, like you check your shoulder and your hair like flipping back and forth? That feeling I miss. It's such a random feeling, but I generally do miss that. I can't deny it. Yeah.
To be fair, it's pretty cool.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, hey, sorry, I won't talk about it anymore. But yeah, right.
Do you know what? Can you do me a favour? Take that knife out my mouth.
I've got a burning question, which is the one question we ask all of our guests when they come on the show.
Go on.
I hope you've had a bit of time to think about this, but people that come on the pod, I ask them a question, which is Football Shirt Room 101. Tom, you probably remember the TV show in which celebrities would come on and they would have an item that they don't want to see again in history, and then that would go into Room 101, never to be seen again. I decided to create a very similar thing with football shirts, and it can be any part of football shirt you don't like. So it might be like somebody didn't like fluo colours because it's been done. Someone doesn't like the little buttons in the kind of like early 90s Umbro shirts with the collar to keep them down. Woody doesn't like patterns for pattern's sake rather than like a bit of history of the club. Jake, yours was goalkeepers in short sleeves, wasn't it?
Yeah, suck them off.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't like it. It's weird.
Yeah.
We also had betting sponsors, obviously. We had shirt sponsors. We had Marcus, a.k.a. Kit Manaman. He came on, and you know he's a gooner. He actually said every single piece of Arsenal training wear because it's just breaking my back. We've had quite a few different ones like that. We had someone say they don't like V-neck collars, they only like round neck collars. So yeah, we've got lots of different, and there's no wrong answer, but all we ask is that you have one and you plead the case, and then we will accept it into Room 101.
All right. It's a tough question. Can I just say Tottenham?
Yes. Pull the lever. 100%.
The one thing that I hate, and don't me wrong. Sometimes they pull out the bag, but if you had to go for the percentage of how many shirts they've made that are good and how many are bad, Puma. I think Puma's got that in the bin, mate. All right, I love the brand. I love the brand. Love the boots. But what they did with the Arsenal shirts for that 7 or 8 years that they were there was horrific.
Yeah.
So I guess Arsenal's Puma line has got to go into room 101, mate, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So like even like you know like the Puma like the templates like you know remember they did the templates where it said the team name across it like Man City, Valencia, Dortmund. It was like mate, what is that? Honestly, it is horrific.
Yeah. Has that even got a badge on it, Rich? That one?
Well, as you can see, the badge is there.
Honestly, that name across the front, it's useless. Yeah, like if they got rid of the Man City, it'd be a nice shirt. But the Man City across it is as useful as a chocolate fire guard.
Yeah, I never liked the fact that, I mean, if you take away the Man City and put a badge on, yeah, it's got a little bit more about it. I don't like the fact they've got Man City. It's not even the name of the club. It's like a certain version of that club.
Yeah. It's like they quickly rushed that line and gone, you know what, we ain't got time to change it, just do it. Like Derek in design, this is his only thing he's ever done and it's shit. Just do it, let him have it, you know? So they just didn't care. Like, honestly, I hated it. Yeah.
So to your point, we are talking about this kind of that third kit they did a few years ago, which like no one really enjoyed that much. So they're trying to move things along, but obviously it didn't really work. They tried it again with different things. I kind of admire the fact they're trying these things, and yeah, so you kind of like that element of it, but it's the lack of it. Again, you say it's your Adidas Puma, but I remember when Orient kits were made by Puma, and people were just saying that the quality is terrible. A lot of people have said, I don't know about you, Woody, what quality's like on the Sheffield Wednesday ones. I know the Wolves ones weren't exactly brilliant.
No, we had Puma for a little bit.
Yeah, like we had. So do you remember the black and pink Puma kit that Arsenal had?
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife loved it, right? I bought it for her. I'm not even kidding you. The second time I washed it, the sponsor came off.
Yeah.
Literally the second time, right? I didn't even wash it on hot. It just come off. And I literally, I'm not even kidding you, I emailed Puma, right? And this is what they said to me. Wherever you bought it from, talk to them.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, that's definitely a Room 101 Puma for that era. It was horrible. Horrible.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah. There you go. There's my answer.
Okay. Jake, you think we should? I think we want to say anything negative about Puma really quickly before we pull that lever.
Just to kick Puma when they're down.
Yeah,
go on then. The Italy World Cup winning shirts from 2006. None of them have got the Puma logos on anymore. They're all scratched and faded off.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the amount of creases that go into that material that they use.
Oh.
I know it was all performance related. But yeah, I mean,
tablecloth.
I don't think they were built for longevity anyway.
Yeah, even like they did the Neil Barrett design with the white and the double B. Like even that, it's so thin and it's like Puma don't give a shit. Honestly.
Yeah. It's one of them where I think they just push it, don't they? They push it constantly. Like you were saying, Rich, they tried these different things. Like they had that all-in-one Cameroon kit, the vest kit, all these things. They constantly try and be a bit different and be a bit out there. But sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sadly for Puma, I think there's probably one that doesn't work more than there does work.
But when have they worked though? That's the thing. Like when is people? What Puma kit do you guys think of that go, oh my god, that's amazing?
Well, I think in the 90s, Puma kits were brilliant. I'm thinking Palmer and Sheffield Wednesdays,
Agreed.
etc.
Yeah.
And then I think 2000s is where it started to get a little bit dodgy, and then it's just considered it's been the same since. I think in 2000s it's been that decline. Maybe a little pick up around the Italian Renaissance era, but you're talking one good kit out of 10.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that the good thing that I like about them is they do seem to sometimes listen to teams and they produce some kits that have a wonderful kind of history element, and they do look good. But it seems that a lot of people have said that like the quality that isn't as there.
It's just not.
They are stuck between a rock and a hard place, I think, because when you mentioned it right at the beginning, Tom, and it's something we always talk about, is that Adidas are relying heavily on their history. Nike are always thinking about their future, and Puma are just naturally sat right in the middle. They're not one, they're not the other, and I think if they were to push more in one direction than the other, then maybe we'd have something, but until then, let's pull that lever. In it goes.
Shut up, Puma.
So, just to let you know, the CEO of Puma does listen to the pod, and he will be sending you a load of Puma kits to the store.
Well, I'll be sending them straight back.
FaceTime and burn them.
Yeah. Imagine how balls you must have been. Get some free copper and then burn it and send them thanks for that. Appreciate it. That's fun.
Right, I know we're time sensitive because I know you've got a busy rest of your day, Tom. So we'll say thank you for coming on. We're going to wrap it up, but we can't go without you kind of giving a little plug to all your social media sites, your business, and also the pickle juice thing.
Yes, actually, I'm honest with you, mate, I generally forgot them. Yes, thanks for that, mate. So basically, where do I start? Crossbar Dallas is my main kind of thing. They are making me do pickle juice shots every day until we get 10,000 followers. At this rate, it's funny you say that, actually. My business partner texted me this morning and goes, Tom, I just did the numbers. The way things are going, if we're getting like 16 followers a day, you've got another 137 days to go.
Is that your business partner, Donald Driver, the ex-NFL player?
So that's another guy. So Donald Driver's a new business partner where the new location that we took over, he was there originally, and he has a gym, and he basically became a subtenant, and him and I got on so well, and like personally and business wise, where he was like, look, let's just partner up and see how it goes, and yeah, we've done that because I met him, I didn't know who he was. I know I live in America, but I don't do any NFL to me. See you later. Got no interest. So, and he played for the Packers for 14 years. He's won Super Bowl. I met him 7 or 8 times. Didn't know who he was. So it wasn't until someone else told me who he was that I went back. And mind you, I slagged off the sports in front of his face.
Oh no!
A lot, right? I know it's so bad. But luckily, I did say that as athletes, they're unbelievable. They are specimens. But like, we could do this podcast live at a game and not miss anything. That's not a proper sports thing. That's just me, right? But yeah, and then the next time I saw him, I told him, I was like, dude, I didn't know you was a big deal, mate. And he goes, did you Google me? I said, no, fuck that. I said, my mate did it. Just before I went to Amsterdam, and it's kind of like going to the Arsenal with Henri. Like literally, I'm not even kidding you. I was there for 3 days. I reckon over 400 people stopped me in the street to say thank you, or like take a picture with him or something. It was insane. Honestly, I loved it. But to go back on the other stuff, yeah. So Crossbar, Dallas. Keep following. I do more pickle juice shots. London Calling Texas is my store. I've got an Instagram page which I don't do enough for. Got my own website, but there's more to come. I'm back to my own range of t-shirts and hoodies. I'm in the back, basically like kind of close to like football, Saturday football, that kind of esque, where it's iconic players and my kind of take on it. And I guess that's about it really. So
nice.
Yeah.
We look forward to that. Okay, so like I said, I know you got busy, so we're going to say our goodbyes now. But Jake, if people want to find you on social media, where can they find you?
Yeah, so I am at Art on Thursday on everything.
Cool, and Woody, where are you?
Instagram only, Woody W1988, and that 90s Premier League podcast.
Very good podcast. Helen, if people need some editing or some production help, where can they find you?
Yeah, you can find me at crabsalon.com.
Cool. And we are at ShirtsPod on Instagram, the wonderful world of football shirts on YouTube and Spotify. And I tell you what, do us a favour, if you like it, do the clicky linky thing and the likey thing. I don't know. Is that what people say, isn't it? Like and subscribe. Shit, do that. I don't know. And then, I need to get the lingo. But we just appreciate the listens. We appreciate sharing the love. Tom, before we go, I like to give you the floor to say the final word and then say goodbye to our beautiful listeners.
It's a weird one, right? I've never been in a position where I've met people that I've met online first.
Yeah.
You know? So, to meet fellow people that love what we do, either collecting, selling, or just football in general, I'm just really, really proud and appreciative of it. I've been so welcomed by so many people. So I guess I want to carry on the good vibes to say that the biggest thing about football is the community. So whether you play, whether you watch, whether you collect, you're always welcome. See you guys soon. All right?
See you, mate.
You can leave the group, mate.
Take it easy.
Bye-bye. Right, there we go.
Can I add a little note to the record? I'm really hoping that I tidy up any glitches or weird moments and things that technically didn't quite work in that conversation. I'm hoping to fix all of them. But if it seems like we react really weirdly to something on the stairs, it's because there was a technical hitch and we maybe couldn't hear him. It's not. We're not trying to freeze him out.
Yeah, and also if a big Euro '92 bunny appears, it's also because there is a technical error.
But not me
we
this
love the
time.
Euro '92 bunny. Okay, guys.
Racking up the appearances now, isn't it?
Well, it's funny you say that because before we go, we will say really quickly we are. I believe this is episode 195. We are 5 away from the big 200, and plans are starting to get in place for the 200th episode. We're thinking about doing a live stream episode on a Wednesday on the YouTube probably, but it's all kind of trying to work it out. If you guys listen, and this is it, we know you guys listen, we know people we speak to enjoy the podcast. If there's a topic you want us to talk about, because this is it, this pod is your pod as much as it is ours. If there's a topic you think would be really good to talk about on the 200th episode, then please do get in touch via @ShirtsPod on Instagram, and we will consider it. It's going to be a celebration of the podcast and everyone who has been involved in the last 4 years, 200 episodes. So yeah, please do get in touch. Woody, seeing as Tom had to rush off, I want you to say goodbye to our beautiful listeners.
Thanks for listening, beautiful people, and speak to you next week.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
go through. And the worst part is the first 7 shots I did all in one day.
Oh,
I did it in like 1 hour. So it was like I did 8 shots in an hour. And honestly, can I swear on this?
yeah.
Mate, my shit was like a jelly deal. It was rank. So it was honestly, it's frank. But I will say this though, I've not had cramp for 25 days.